Hello everyone, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key and we are live for Harrogate Town against Notts County. Big game, very big game. Last time these two played, it was County who won 3-1. They're just showing the highlights there. And it is a very big game for both teams, this one, because Harrogate desperately fighting to remain in the division. Notts County, the other end of the table, looking to get in those automatic qualification spots to go up to League One. Cambridge United are just 2 points ahead of them, albeit they've played a game less than Notts County. They're only a point ahead of Swindon, Notts County as well. Whereas Harrogate are 1 point off the bottom, and Barrow, who are the bottom club in League Two, are they played a game less. So listen, Barrow, if Barrow were to get a point, I believe that would that take them above? It might take them above, actually. I think it would take them above Harrogate on goal difference. So this is really important. Harrogate have to get a win, or at least they have to get a point here. I apologise again for last night. I have had to change some stuff on the laptop to try and make sure that it can... It's not an old laptop. It can run. It can definitely run OBS and all the stuff and all the... But for whatever reason, there's been a recent update and it decided it wasn't going to play ball last night, and it just shuts... It's been doing it for the last 3 streams. It's just shut down. I have absolutely no idea whether or not this stream is going to last the distance. I have to hope that it will. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, I apologise. But I've tried everything I can possibly think of, short of using a completely different laptop. This is what I'm going to do today. Hopefully it works. If it works, then what I did worked. If it doesn't, then, you know, we go back to the drawing board. But hope everyone is good in the chat. Good to see you all. David Townsend, lovely to see you. You Pies, James Belshaw, he's one of our own. Oxford fan, Ina, good to see you. Aid Bird, welcome to the Premier League Dad Members Club. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, mate. Really appreciate that. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Great to have you in the chat as always. 3 stars here to see his rivals, to see Notts County. We'll go through the county side in just a minute, as well as the Harrogate side. But it's a lovely day. Look at it, how beautiful it is. It's a gorgeous day for football. Jack Muldoon, Harrogate's top scorer this season with 7 goals. Aid Bird says James Belshaw, Notts County keeper, returns to his former club today. Yeah. And Sarah Heikey, did you see the Germany game? 2 goals for Wirtz and 2 assists. You still think Slot is doing something wrong? No, I don't think it's anything to do with Slot. I think he's playing in a system with Germany where he has pace and he has players around him that know how to create space for themselves and for others. He's got Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, one of the best at doing that. He's got Sané on the other side. You know, he's got players around that pitch. Gnabry, he's got players who move with pace, who know where they need to be, and not only that, they can stretch the opposition. That is a really important factor. For us, we just don't have that. We don't have that. That's a big problem. You can't have slow, cumbersome players, older players. Salah is not a player who can stretch the opposition anymore. The midfield's not been good enough. I don't think it's a Slot issue. I don't think it's a system issue. I genuinely just think it's a personnel issue. And I've said that. I've maintained that pretty much all season. You don't have to agree, of course, but that's my position anyway. I don't think it's a Slot issue. I don't think it gets better by Arne Slot leaving. Right. We are very nearly off for kick-off. Liam says, hi, Key. Fresh trim. It is indeed a fresh trim, yes. About time. I definitely needed a fresh trim. Right, we're off and underway here. We are off and underway at the Exercise Stadium. Go on, someone make the joke. Someone make the joke. Does it look like you've been to the Exercise Stadium for some time, Key? Well, the Exercise Stadium is where it is. Harrogate against Notts County. We're watching together. If you're If you're interested, we're going to be watching Colombia-France tomorrow as well. That's the game tomorrow. Daz Talks, how's it going, lad? Good to see you. Archie, C. Wheatley. Barrow are playing top of the table today. Those won't happen. That's fair enough. Joseph, why are you watching Harrogate Town? What's wrong with Harrogate Town? What's wrong with Harrogate Town? Arsenal boy, why aren't you watching Liverpool women? It's because I loathe women. I despise women and everything about them, and I have a huge... it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. We are watching the Women's Champions League. We watched it last week. We're watching it this week again with Chelsea and Arsenal. I'm just trying to diversify our schedule a little bit and do different things. And I think League 2, League 1, National League. We've done National League, League 2 and League 1. None of it really gets enough coverage, in my opinion. So I wanted to do League 2. After we did the National League, we did York City Gateshead earlier this week. Someone got a haircut. Are you watching Salford v MK Dons at 3? I'm going to the game. I'm not, no. I'm not. Liam Vernon, Key, if you could only win one trophy, what are you winning? World Cup, Euros, Premier League or Champions League? Premier League. Yeah, Premier League. Aid, prediction for this game, Key. I can't really look past County. I think Harrogate... I mean, if we look at recent form, I was having a look at recent form before this game. Harrogate have got one win in the last 6 games. One win in the last 6 games, which is away at Tranmere at Prenton Park. And it was a convincing win, to be honest. Notts County, on the other hand, have been a bit up and down recently, more so than normal. They went on a run not that long ago of 6 straight wins. And then as soon as they entered February, they've had 4 wins in 9. 4 wins in 9, 4 defeats, 1 draw. So, last 9 games for County's been a bit higgledy-piggledy. And their form has caused them to drop away from what looked like a certain automatic playoff spot or a certain automatic promotion spot to now being in the case that they're looking up the table and seeing, oh God, no, maybe we're now in the playoffs. Now we've got to contend with the playoffs. They'll certainly finish in the playoffs. They're 9 points ahead of Chesterfield. They're not falling out of the playoffs, but really they should have been ahead of Cambridge United, ahead of MK Dons. They should be competing with Bromley. That's where I think Notts County should be. Oxford fan, I'm going to watch some non-league footy today. Good stuff. And Ruthless Vieira, what games will you watch when the season ends before the World Cup starts? I don't know yet. I don't know, but we always find games to do. We always find games to do. Always. Right, hang on a minute. I'm gonna have to sort TikTok out. Hang on. TM97, you look like the Slug from Monsters Inc. Excuse me, the Slug from Monsters Inc. I don't know which one you're talking about. Are you talking about Mr. Waternoose? Or are you talking about the lady behind reception? Because, let's be honest, mate, you kind of watch Monsters Inc. very much. Clayden, how's it going? Sarah, did you know Salah has more man of the matches than Eden Hazard has goals? Oh, goodness me. Oh, Christ, timer. Cheers, Liam. Sorry. Yes, timer. Sorry, I'm on a different timer today. The timer has gone skew with. Right, there you go. Right, hang on a second. Let me figure this out. Okay. Right, we're back. Cheers, Heiner. Key, would you rather watch a Liverpool game or the World Cup final? Liverpool game, every day. Every day of the week. I'd rather watch any club football over international football. Club football means more. There's more of an identity. I feel like international football just generally is just footballers kind of thrown together a little bit, isn't it? But yeah, how are we all feeling? How are we doing? Lovely to see you all. Roz, yeah, I thought he was on about Roz. Yeah, Roz, Mr. Waternoose. You've got to know your Monsters Inc. If you're gonna start throwing around insults, you've got to know. You've absolutely got to know who it is you're talking about. You look like the slug from Monsters Inc. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, perfect. Right, I can turn that scoreboard off now because we've got the proper one back on. Perfect. Wonderful. We've got the normal overlay back. Cheers, Sasha. Thank you very much for sorting, mate. Notts County in, edge of the box. Far post, and a good claim. Good claim from the keeper. It was floated over. Jatta was there, but it was Gray who came out, the keeper. Just got his hands to it, did very well. Ruthless Vieira says, did Agate get 2 yellows? And do you know what? I didn't even catch, because I was too busy sorting out what happened last night with the stream going down. I didn't catch too much of the England game, but I did think that tackle from on Foden was like shocking, absolutely shocking. Liam Vernon, who are they going to call you next? The Marshmallow from Ghostbusters. Don't give him ideas, Liam. Don't give him ideas. Key, do you remember prime Liverpool in 2019 when we had that iconic front three? Of course. Salah, Mane, Firmino. I remember prime Liverpool 2008 when we had Torres, Gerrard, Dirk Kuyt. Zanmato, Kenelke, what are you watching pub football for? Have you got no hobbies, or has football totally consumed you? Won't catch me watching pub footy. What do you mean, have I got no hobbies? This is my hobby. And County have just scored. Because I was responding to you. I missed the goal. Jatta stuck. No surprise that it's Jatta, of course, but County are in front. 1-0. Good finish. Fair play. County, it's been all County. It's not really a surprise, but it's a lovely ball in from the right-hand side. Well worked. I tell you what, if we were in the Prem, if we had VAR, he might be a smidge offside. But it was a good ball in. Very good ball in. Jatta backstick with a tap in. Nah, it's well worked. It's a really, really well worked move from County. And they are 1-0 in front. Yeah, has football totally consumed you? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, football has consumed me for many years, mate. This is what I love. I love watching footy. Have you ever watched Crawley Town? Of course, yeah. Of course I have. Up the Chelsea, says Big Chelsea Lou. Up the Chelsea. How do you think Chelsea get on this season? Do you still think Chelsea are going to make top 5? Good LFG, I did this to you. Good LFG. Liverpool women still beating Everton women. Yep, yeah, spotted that. Liverpool women in front. Do you know what? I was going to watch that as well. I really was going to watch that. Big Luton Town going to Wembley. For Duck's sake, do you fancy your chances against City in the FA Cup? No. I don't. I think Liverpool will lose that one. I think we'll go out. I don't think we'll get like disgraced or anything, but I think we'll go out. It's a corner kick to County. Good ball in from the right-hand side. I think it was Bennett who put the ball in. It's a corner kick, floated over, and Harrogate managed to get it away. Big Chelsea Lou says, now we're finished this season. If we get top 5, it'll be the last 2 games at the end of the season. Do you think Rosenior goes then? Would Rosenior go if that was the case? Shit, man, the heavens have opened. Yeah, it's 3 now, isn't it? 3-0 says Claydon for the Liverpool-Everton game. But there you go. County now up to 3rd with that goal. Reece, was it a red for Uruguay yesterday? I think, was it the Araujo tackle on Foden? Yes, I think it was. Definitely. Andy, I think Rosenior will stay. I think they'll stick with him. I think clubs are getting a little bit more sort of not bowing to fan pressure. Like, this is why I think Arne Slot will stay, because even if there is, and I still think it's kind of 50-50. Some Liverpool fans are behind the manager. Maybe the younger crowd, a certain generation below are a little bit more impatient, and they tend to be Arne Slot out. And obviously it's them that have social media, maybe a little bit more vocal on there. But yeah, there is still a segment of the Liverpool support that is behind the manager. And I think the club have made the decision that they're going to back him, which I'm firmly behind. I think that's the right approach. Agate was shown 2 yellows but didn't get sent off. And Big Chelsea Lou says, we call Liam Rosenior Craig David in London. He should go. The job's too big for him. Goodison Road, 3-0. What's going on? Liverpool beating Everton women. That's just a little foresight there for you, mate. A little recap just for you to see. This is what's coming at the Hill Dickinson in a few weeks' time. Liam Arne Slot is on the verge of getting sacked, I've seen. Xabi Alonso next in line. Listen, there's all them sort of rumours, but it ain't happening. I'm telling you, it ain't happening. Not at all. He ain't getting sacked. Oh, cheers, Will. Good to see you, mate. I'm really good, thank you. Andy says Liverpool women ain't usually that good. No, Liverpool women are definitely not that good. Generally speaking, we're right down the bottom end of the WSL. We've had some very good players, though. We just keep losing them. But I'm looking forward to we're doing Arsenal women against Chelsea women later this week in the Champions League quarter-final. Arsenal are obviously 3-1 up, so Lauren James against Chloe Kelly. We'll be watching that later this week. If anyone's craving a bit more women's football, we will have that on. Reece, didn't the ref rescind a yellow card yesterday, which isn't allowed? No, it is. It is now because they're playing it under FIFA rules. So I don't know if you've seen, but in the World Cup, referees are going to be allowed to. VAR will intervene for yellow cards that lead to a red if they are wrongly deemed to be yellow cards, and also they can get involved in. Let's say a corner kick is given, and that corner kick results in a goal. If the corner was wrongly awarded, VAR can step in and say, no, it's been ruled out. So that's going to be a rule that happens in the World Cup. So there's going to be a lot more VAR intervention. It's something that FIFA have trialled and tested. Notts County in the area. Jatta cleared away. Harrogate kind of hanging on a bit here. Goodison Road, to be honest, sir, we usually have the better side in the women's game. Yeah, Everton women have been very decent for a while, haven't they? Who's the best player Liverpool women have had? I don't know. Natasha Dowie. Natasha Dowie's in the Legends game today, isn't she? Natasha Dowie was there for a while. Reese, how MK Dons are in League 2 with their stadium is a joke. It's a Prem level stadium. Well, listen, if Bournemouth, with a 12,000 seater, with the greatest of respect to Bournemouth and the vitality, if a 12,000 seater like Bournemouth can be a Prem stadium and a settled Premier League stadium, then, you know, anything can really, can't it? Did the Foden foul even get a yellow? No, I don't think it did. I'm not sure. I don't think it did. Olivia Smith definitely. Didn't Sophia Ingle play for Liverpool too? I'm not sure. I wouldn't profess to know. I don't follow the women's game anywhere near as closely as the men's game, or perhaps maybe as much as I should. But doing this channel, I'm acclimatizing more. We've watched a lot of women's football. We've watched the women's Euros. We watched the Women's Champions League last week. Watching Women's Champions League this week. So we'll, I'm sure, cover more of it as the season goes on. And yeah, should have done the North London derby in the WSL. Well, that would have just entrenched the Arsenal fans even more, wouldn't it? Did it again, County. Jatta. Oh, what a save! Big save that from Gray. Massive save. Jatta was in again. They are really hanging on here. Really hanging on. Went to the Arsenal v Chelsea women's game the other night. Very different, but very enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's the same game, same rules, but it is a very different, it's played differently, isn't it? Same as like we always say women's tennis and men's tennis. It's, you know, completely different, and some find the women's game in tennis far more enjoyable, far more entertaining to watch. Sarah says, Eze can play there. Arsenal will be fine. What's that for, sorry? Who left with the leg brace for England? Madueke. Oh, God. Do you think Arsenal will win the league? Honest opinion? Yes. Will forever, in European terms, surely Barca have the best women's squad. Barca have the best women's squad. Probably. They're up there, aren't they? Again, I don't know. I've only really watched... My biggest experience of women's football has probably been the Women's Euros. So a lot of my... You know, to be honest, I thought Linda Caicedo for Real Madrid in midweek was fantastic. She was brilliant. Scored 2 great goals. She's only young as well, so I'm pretty confident. And she's Colombian. She wasn't in the Euros, but she was brilliant. Pina was brilliant in the Euros. Putellas... Aitana Bonmati, of course. Chloe Kelly was really good in the Euros, even if she's a little bit cringy. Claydon, what did you think of the lineup Tuchel put out last night? It was obviously a test, wasn't it? There was a lot of players he was just putting out to kind of see, is it worth taking them to the World Cup? I think there's a lot of players in that lineup, in the starting lineup, and even the ones who came on who they won't make it. They won't be in the squad. I did think Cole Palmer did quite well when he came on. But defensively, they were all over the place. In that last, 10 minutes, every time England got the ball in the back line, they just kept giving it away. They just kept on giving it. Ben White was poor. I know we got the goal, but I thought Ben White was really poor. I thought Harry Maguire was just so reckless all over the place. I didn't think Lewis Hall did well when he came on. Livramento was, again, a little bit all over the place. I personally wouldn't be over the moon with taking all of them. Reese, are you going to be spending 89 quid on the England men's replica kit? No, absolutely not. Reese said, someone said on X, that's the worst England lineup that's ever been fielded. Probably not far off. Ruthless Vieira, I think women's tennis is far higher standard than women's football. I mean, women's tennis has been it's a little bit harder, isn't it? I think women's football, because it requires a lot more in terms of, I don't know, maybe it's not as much, kind of getting into a deep argument here, but there was always historically places for women to play, girls to play tennis. You know, like, it wasn't necessary. Whereas girls play football's a men's sport kind of thing. It was always so. Women's football didn't really take off for such a long time. Whereas, you know, you go back to the 70s, the 80s, there was high profile women's tennis matches on telly. Like, that's just not been the case. So women's football is like 20, 30, maybe even more years behind, not just in sort of broadcast, but also in like development, grassroots level and stuff. So it might be that it catches up. I imagine it will. Football more physical than tennis. Also, it's a team game ultimately as well, isn't it? Team game over individuality. Tuchel had very good words about Ghana. Ghana was probably the only one, I think, who came out of that with any real degree of... I still think James Garner should go to the World Cup. I think he's a really top player. I like him. I like James Garner. So that's because there's more money in women's tennis than women. Well, yeah, that's fair enough as well. Alessia Russo is a player, to be fair. Did someone send me a cowboy hat then? Thank you, whoever did send me a cowboy hat. Both strikers yesterday were poor, in my opinion. I thought Calvert-Lewin was a bit flat when he came on as well. Wharton and Palmer looked good. I thought Cole Palmer did well, yeah. Cole Palmer was good, but he's obviously going, isn't he? Cole Palmer's definitely going. James Trafford had a good game. Again, yeah, decent. He's not starting, but I think James Trafford's going, however badly he performs. Will Bonmati's out for Barca currently. Yeah, she broke her leg in December. I thought she was back already. Was it not? It was November, wasn't it? November she broke her leg. So she's not played since. I had her as the thumbnail with Caroline Weir for the Barca Real Madrid game in midweek, because I thought she was back. I thought she was playing. But no, sadly not. She's still out for a few more weeks yet. Seen Mainu in Wharton's ear. You copites won't like that. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really that wedded to. There's not like any player out there that I'm looking at and thinking, you know, I really want. Like, I like Adam Wharton, but if he went to United and didn't come to Liverpool, I'm not that bothered. I don't think Man United, as bad as Liverpool are, I think Man United are in a worse position than we are. Like, squad-wise, I think Liverpool are closer than United are to a title challenge. We are. I'm telling you. The fact that we've got... Oh, great ball in. Should be. No, cleared away. County over the bar. Arsenal looking at Elliot Anderson, apparently. Honestly, I don't know who Arsenal are going to try... Like, I don't think they're going to have the ability to sign that many players in the summer. They're sailing quite close to the wind on PSR, and they'll have to sell they've got a massive squad, Arsenal. They'd have to sell 2 or 3 to even accommodate one extra player. So Elliot Anderson, I don't know how he's getting into an Arsenal squad. Trust me now. Oh, here we go. Arsenal. Mate, someone in the chat literally mentioned Arsenal. If we're talking about... If someone says, Key, what do you think about Arsenal? And then I respond talking about Arsenal. It's not me talking about it like I've just brought it up out of nothing. We've been talking about England for the last 20 minutes. LG, that pen for Uruguay shouldn't have been a pen. Again, I think it was a little bit sloppy. Ben White going in a little bit, a little bit high. Gives the referee a decision to make. Goodison Road, I think this is the closest United have been squad-wise, and that's to the Fergie era. This is the closest you think United have been squad-wise to a Fergie era side? No. Surely not. You think this is the closest they've been? Oh, no, I can't disagree more. They've just got problems all over the pitch. Like, Liverpool's, I think, is heavily concentrated in, obviously, the wing areas and the centre of the park. But after that, I think we're pretty comfortable everywhere else. Like, I think there's a few players we need to move out, don't get me wrong, but I think we're far more geared up to challenge next season. I don't think we will, but we're far more geared up than United are. United need to move about 8 or 9 players on. And try to replace them with far better quality. For us, it's about our squad, our bench. For United, it's very much about the first team. Look at United's first 11. They've got to get probably 2 new centre-backs. They've got to do that whilst getting rid of De Ligt. They've got to get rid of maybe, I don't know, Martinez. Does Martinez move on? Does Maguire move on? Does Aiden Heaven move on? Does Lenny Yoro move on? That's not a side that can challenge those centre-backs. We've got 5 centre-backs for 2 positions. So one of them will probably need to go, even if they were to keep all 4. Ben, Harrogate v Notts County. Are we for real? What's up with Harrogate v Notts County, Ben? You're not a football fan? Casemiro's confirmed he's leaving Manchester United. There you go. Casemiro has confirmed. Breaking news for Brizio Romano. Casemiro leaving Manchester United. He's ready for a new chapter as a free agent from June. My final games at Man United will be emotional. Okay, well then that leaves a gap in midfield that Man United are going to have to plug. They're not going to get any money for him, but that's a gap that they're going to have to plug. Matt, how many Liverpool games have you been to? I've never counted. I don't know many people who do count. How many games have you been to? I find it difficult to count. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. The international break already taking its toll. Mate, it's 2 weeks and we watch football every single day. Tomorrow we're watching Colombia, France. The day after we're watching Germany against Ghana. Good football on. Always good football. Will says keyword as Salah go, surely either Saudi or the US. No, I guarantee you, 1,000,000% he remains in Europe. Mo Salah will be in the Champions League, playing in the Champions League next season. Like 1,020%. Guaranteed. LG, can't believe Northern Ireland, Ireland and Wales are all out. I can. They weren't great. Goodison Road, easy. When else have they been up there? They've had egos in the past. They played like a proper team since they lost to Brighton. And 3-star. Forest should be okay for PSR next season. European football has certainly helped out. We may have to sell one major player, but I don't think there will be a major fire sale in the summer. Fair enough. Did you see that breaking news as well, by the way? There's only 4 teams. 4 teams in the entire football league that were profitable in the last financial year. 24-25. They've released their accounts. All the clubs have released their accounts this month, just gone. And of all of the clubs in the football league, the only 4 that were profitable were Peterborough, Bournemouth, can't remember who the other one was, and Liverpool. I think it might have been Notts County. I'm sure it might have been Notts County. I think it was Peterborough, Bournemouth, Notts County, and Liverpool. I don't know why. It's them 4. They're the only 4 teams in the whole football league who were profitable in the last financial year. And that's why, it's so dangerous, football, because at some point the owners are going to stop writing the checks to balance the debts. And if that happens, you'll see clubs going down. Yamal, do you think Slot will leave next season? No, not at all. Thank you. Cheers for that, mate. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. Ben, fair enough, mate. Yeah, there's a few I'd watch, but most I'll give a miss. That's totally your right, mate. Absolutely your right. Abhishek, Saka is bigger than Liverpool. Okay. Ruthless Vieira, if he goes to Saudi, will you wear an Arsenal shirt for a watch-along? If you want. Vincent Jamie Lane, yes, Key, hope you're keeping well. No game for Posh today due to our international players. How are you feeling about LFC v Everton, mate? Arteta still only won 1 FA Cup even after spending loads of money. How am I feeling about Liverpool v Everton? What, the women's game? I'm not watching it. I'm watching Harrogate against Notts County, but I'm led to believe that Liverpool are winning 3-0. But yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty good about Liverpool-Everton. Claydon, which of the final playoff games are you watching? None. None of them. Because I looked at the I would have probably watched one if one of the home nations had got through. Then I almost certainly would have done. But when I looked at it's Tuesday, isn't it? It's Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night, and it was a straight choice between, do we watch Wales v Northern Ireland, which is an international friendly? Do we watch Sweden, Poland, Kosovo, Turkey, Bosnia, Italy, Czechia v Denmark? Or do we watch the friendly between England v Japan? I have got it in my schedule currently that we're going to watch England v Japan. But I'm content if people want to sway me the other way. I've currently got it down as England v Japan on Tuesday. Goodison Road says Illiman and Dye is better than Saka. And Saka is rubbish and I'm an Arsenal fan. Ollie, Carl Rushworth to be England's #1 in years to come. Hey, listen, mate, he's got a bit of a difficult job getting himself in the England squad to start with. England will probably lose that game. Did you watch England-Uruguay? I was kind of in the middle of trying to fix my... we've had some technical issues with the channel over the last few days, which I think I've fixed. I'm hoping the stream doesn't go down. I don't want to, touch wood. If the stream goes down, then it's not been fixed. But I think I've fixed it. FM No Casuals, glad I backed County. Good stuff. Ollie, what games are you doing this week coming up? So tomorrow we're doing Colombia against France. Then we're doing Germany against Ghana. Then we're doing England v Japan on Tuesday. Wednesday we're doing Chelsea Arsenal in the Champions League second leg. Then we're doing Cambridge against Swindon, which again I think should be a really good game. Looking forward to doing more Football League games. And then at the weekend, Middlesbrough against Millwall on Good Friday, followed by Man City, Liverpool, Southampton, Arsenal on the Saturday, and then West Ham Leeds on the Sunday. So back to FA Cup action. Day Spurs, it's creative accounting that makes these teams look like they don't make a profit. It's impossible for them to not make money considering the TV deals they have worldwide. Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely creative accounting, and they have to kind of show that they break even. Being in profit is not always a super positive thing. It depends how you frame it. But yeah, only 4 teams in the entire Football League displaying a profit. I think when you've got so many teams making big losses, and the size of the losses are quite stark with some. But it was quite interesting reading. I encourage you to go and have a look. RM Unknown, is there no quiz today? Of course, there's always a quiz. Always a quiz. County, Swindon, Rovers, Gateshead, Carlisle and Wickham. Gateshead? That's brave. I know they played quite well midweek, but I'm not sure I'd back Gateshead to win back-to-back games. People forget how much wages cost. Wages, definitely a factor. Inflation. Up the posh, Lisby's better than Saka, says Vincent. Good lad. And Claydon, this is topical. I just got asked on TikTok if experiencing any technical issues with this live. Maybe it's because I've said the words technical issues. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's popped up. To be honest, the technical issues aren't with TikTok, because that's just on a phone. I'm just on a phone. The real technical issues have been over here with a proper, camera set up and then being broadcast to the other platforms. So, yeah, you guys get a slightly different experience. You guys have stayed on when theirs has gone off, which is frustrating. Goodison Road, I really can't wait for Derby Day. I'll be collecting every key tier in a bottle. It's not happening. It's not happening. Sebastian says, I fancy Harrogate to nick one before the break. They've not really got in the opposition half too much in this game. County really, if Harrogate did get level, County would be kicking themselves because they've had so many chances. And just as I say that, Harrogate are in. Harrogate are in. Oh, he just stumbled at the final moment. Oh, massive chance that. Fleetwood lost £115,000 a week in 2025. That's crazy. Crazy. Rasta, yes, Rasta, Salah to Spurs to help him out in the Championship next season, Key. Honestly, come on, you Gunners. I 100% believe that Salah is staying in Europe and he will be playing Champions League football next season, whoever he goes to. There's no way in hell Mo Salah goes to Saudi or to the US. Avail yourself of that thinking. JB, nice trim, mate. Thanks, man. Appreciated. I've already had people tell me I look like a slug. I've had people say, what does your barber do for a living? I'm feeling pretty wounded this morning, so I needed that. I needed that compliment. Harrogate in the area. County just about clear it away. Salah to Wrexham, here we go. Good morning, normal guy. How's it going? Good to see you. Lots of love across the pond. Sahan says half-time will be 1-0, sadly, so you're not expecting any more before the half-time whistle. PA says, Harrogate versus who? Jesus, clutching for content here. That's not clutching for content. Mate, this is what we do. We do a game every single day. It's not clutching for content. Every single day there's a game. If I was clutching for content, you'd see me posting about transfer news and transfer rumours that are patently false every single day. Which is, to be fair, what a lot of other content creators tend to do in this space. Breaking news! Breaking news! Elliot Anderson has confirmed he will be going, and you read it and you actually see what they're talking about, and it's like, no, that's not happened at all, has it? It's not happened at all. It's just pure rage bait, clickbait. Creed, how's it going, lad? Good to see you. People do realise there is an international break, don't they? No, not really, no, because we had Real Madrid against Barcelona women on the other day. We watched the Women's Champions League, and people literally came in and went, dude, why have you got Real Madrid v Barcelona as your headline? It's total clickbait. I thought it was the men's game. Hang on a minute. You're so detached from football, you thought that Real Madrid and Barcelona were playing tonight in the middle of an international break, and that's my problem. Absolutely shocking. Dara Sinner, do you have a life, mate? Depends. It depends. Depends how you view do I have a life. For me, this is my life, watching footy. And I love watching footy. Salah to join the Liverpool women's team. Ollie, are the shirts behind you real? And if so, how much do they all cost? Well, I'm not selling them, so I don't know how much they all cost. But yeah, they are all real. Holly, thoughts on Salah leaving Liverpool? It's been coming. I think it's been coming. I'm surprised how he's done it. But I think it's been coming. Day, are you watching the Women's London Derby later? I'm not. No, I'm not going to watch the Women's London Derby later. I was going to watch the two women's derbies today, which obviously Liverpool, Everton, and then Spurs against Arsenal tonight. But given that we've done a women's game in the last few days, we're doing another women's game in the next few days, I'm just trying to break the schedule up. I wanted to do some Football League. We haven't done any Football League for a while. So we did National League on Monday, League 2 today. We're going to be doing Swindon and Cambridge on Friday. So trying to mix it up. Mixing it up. Lily Phillips, Eze is bigger than Liverpool. Okay. Yeah. Lorenzo Flores, how's it going? I'm very good, mate. Thank you. How are you? Butch Jonah, really? Where's the footy? It's on Sky Sports, main event right now. Harrogate 0, Notts County 1, 5 minutes to half time. Notts County going up to third as it stands. Harrogate very, very close to rock bottom of the Football League. Ronnie Dodge going to watch the ladies' Manchester derby in a bit. Good stuff, enjoy. And Claydon, the team most local to me is Mansfield. Ah, Mansfield. There's Neil Warnock in the stands. Notts County manager between 89 and 93. Ronnie, Butch. But yeah, sorry, Claydon. Yeah, I used to cover Mansfield. I used to do report on when I was a lot younger. I used to do Mansfield games, report on them. So yeah, only briefly, but it was an enjoyable time in my life. I watched the Stags quite a bit. Butch Jonah, who's new to the EFL Championship next year? Next year? Probably Cardiff. I would imagine Cardiff. I imagine Lincoln. After that, you're looking around in the playoffs. Let's have a look at the table. I think Lincoln and Cardiff both go up. After that, I'd like to see Bolton. But you've got Bradford, Stockport, Stevenage, maybe even Plymouth. But I'd like to see Bolton. Humble Billionaire, what club do you hate the most? Man United. Yeah, Man United, then Everton. Then maybe Chelsea. Creed, what's a couple of the worst movies you've ever seen? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, we can definitely cover that. Give me some suggestions in the chat. Worst. In fact, let's do best and worst. Best movie you've ever seen. Worst movie you've ever seen. Worst. All boils down to taste, I guess. But I don't like sci-fi stuff. Sci-fi just doesn't really do an awful lot for me. Harrogate chance. Oh, must be. Claim for the penalty. Oh, keeper gets it away. Belshaw hammers it away. Sharknado's bad, yeah. Patrick Byrne, Harrogate v Notts County. Love the commitment, Key. It's great. It's been a good game. Very good game. Maybe should have been a penalty there. Batman and Robin the worst. Empire Strikes Back the best. See, there you go. Here's a little thing. I've never seen Star Wars. Ever. Never seen any of the Star Wars films. Predator series, great. I've only ever seen the first one. Verts was playing like Prime Zidane yesterday. Creed, worst. Dumb and Dumber 2. Batman versus Superman. Yeah, any of those versus films, like Alien versus Predator, Jason versus Freddy, all them, they were a bit garbage, weren't they? I didn't enjoy them. Oh, Notts County got a player limping off here. Who's it going off? There might be a sub here coming on for him. Lord of the Rings trilogy's epic. See, I've never seen that either. Never seen Lord of the Rings. Never seen Star Wars. I think it's Tangen who's gone off. Yeah, Harold Tangen is going off for Notts County, and he's being replaced by Grant. Callum Coyle says not so good every game after this, and where are we up to? Sorry. Chimey, the latest Fast and Furious movies. Yeah, they're not great either, are they? To be honest, I didn't even, apart from the special effects when the dinosaurs actually come on, the Jurassic Park ones are awful, aren't they, as well? Like Jurassic World and all that. The first couple of Jurassic Park films were really good. Even the third one was actually alright. But after that, they're just rehashing nonsense, and it's all just CGI, but the actual acting and story, it's so bad. Twilight, I would say, is bad, actually. I go as far as saying that. My missus will hate me because she loved it. But Twilight would be up there for the worst film I've seen. And I had to sit through both of them. I had to sit through both of them, but I would go Twilight's the worst, and the best. Oh, the best films. I couldn't really call. The three that I always go back to, even though I love, like, comedy films, I love, like, Stir Crazy, and I love Dumb and Dumber, I love See No Evil, Hear No Evil, love all them. But the ones that I always come back to are Tango and Cash, The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tango and Cash is Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. Unbelievable film. The Running Man. I like Django Unchained. I like most Tarantino films, to be honest. It's so difficult. I like The Green Mile. I like Ghost. I like Godfather. I like so many. Romance films are crap. No, see, I disagree. I like Love Actually. I like some romance films. Yeah, Love Actually's good. And there's some films I know I would like, but I can't watch them. I can't watch Marley and Me. Cannot watch Marley and Me. Won't happen. Day, worst is Nacho Libre. Best has to be The Godfather. I like that. Oh, Inglourious. Yeah, Inglourious Bastards is brilliant as well. Good shout. Django. What are we up to? Sorry. Nacho Libre was bad. Yeah. What about Napoleon Dynamite? Who's a fan of Napoleon Dynamite? Vincent says, PUFC invested in big new club shop last year, already proving its worth with a profit of 2.9 million over the year, not including player sales. Hats off to D-Mac, up the posh. Yeah, listen, he can run a club, can't he? Definitely can run a club. Love a good war film. Saving Private Ryan, great film. I mean, Forrest Gump. You could technically say Forrest Gump is up there. First few Pirates of the Caribbean films of class. I like that, yeah. Anchorman. Actually, anything like, yeah, Anchorman was brilliant. Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers is great. Do you know what's a really underrated comedy film? Dinner for Schmucks. I laugh my head off to that every time. Bend It Like Beckham's good. I like Bend It Like Beckham. Football Factory, brilliant, fair play. Patrick, I think we would love to watch you do movie watch-alongs. It's half time anyway. Hang on, we'll carry on the movie chat because I'm enjoying it. Half time here, Harrogate 0, Notts County 1. They made a 7th screen movie this year. I don't see the point of it. Yeah, see, like the original, I'd say Scream 1, Scream 2 was good. Scream 3 was okay. After that, lost interest. Naked Gun is very good. Shutter Island I liked. I've never seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I Love You, Man. Yes, I Love You, Man. Great shout. Striding Outdoors. I'm so glad we've got to that. I Love You, Man's a fantastic shout. Maze Runner, best film of all time. I've never seen Maze Runner. Never seen Maze Runner. Romeo and Juliet 96 with Claire Danes and DiCaprio. Didn't mind that. Studied that in drama and English language when I did my A-levels. So yeah, know that very well. Dirty Harry films, of course. Anything with... To be honest, Alcatraz. Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood. Unbelievable. Great film. Braveheart is... Yeah, see, I always cry my heart out at Braveheart. I can't watch... Braveheart makes me cry. I'm a soppy bugger, me. I'll cry at most films if they've got a bit of a... Anything that's like Green Mile, I'm in bits. Ghost. Get the end of Ghost, I'm in bits. When he's walking off into the light. Oh, I'll cry every time. And I've watched it hundreds of times. But I'll cry every time. I'm a soft bastard. Despicable Me. Well, apparently I look like Gru, but I've not really seen Despicable Me. My little girl loves like Minions and stuff like that, but I've never really watched it. Lethal Weapon. Hateful Eight, I've never seen that. Blades of Glory, never seen that. Bowfinger, no. Step Brothers is brilliant. The old Spider-Man's. James Bond for me any day. James Bond. Which one though? Again, I'm not a lover of the Bond films. Dead Man's Shoes, also a great film. Yeah, you're there, mate. You're there. So get in your car. Love it. Yes. Yeah, Paddy Considine, great film, great, absolutely fantastic actor. Dr. Dolittle, Toy Story, Slap the bass. Oh, yeah, slap the bass. Right, is there a halftime quiz today? Yeah, go on, bugger it. We'll do a halftime quiz. Let me get my trusty quiz book out, wherever it is. Is it down there? You wouldn't believe the man hours that I have put into this little black book of quizzes. Let me see if I can find one that we've not done, at least not done for a while. Harry Brown key. Harry Brown. That's the Clint Eastwood one, isn't it? But I can't remember which. I've seen a few Clint Eastwoods, but I've not seen anywhere near. The Harry Callahan ones are great. Face Off, never seen it. Don't Put Me in the Dark, Boss is Afraid of the Dark. Eh? Tarantino fan, never heard of Hateful Eight, shocked. No, I like Tarantino films, but I've never... Every Tarantino film I've watched, I've loved, but I've never watched The Hateful Eight. I'm not really a movie buff, in spite of this conversation. Nigel Krask, anything with Ben Stiller, Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents, Zoolander, yeah, brilliant. Do you have the Dortmund kit? I do, yes. I like Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Horrible bosses. Horrible bosses. You were drag racing in a Prius. I don't win a lot. Harry Brown's my... Oh, sorry. I apologise. Well, then, no, I've not seen Harry Brown. I thought you was on about Harry Callahan. Right, come on, Key. Right, hang on, I've got a quiz for you. I have got a quiz for you. We'll deviate ever so slightly from football. Come on. Right. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. It's not really a long quiz per se, but it's a very, very difficult one to find the answers for. So I'm gonna give you this, and this will tell us an awful lot about the UK. Can you name for me the top 8 most purchased items from supermarkets in the UK by number of sales? Number of sales. The UK's best-selling items, as revealed by global market and shopper intelligence firms. Can you name me the top 8 things bought? No, brands. I need brands. Sorry. Not just eggs. I apologise. I should have framed the question better. It's not just milk and it's not just eggs. I need brands. I need brands. Toilet paper would win, but it's not. It's... Alright. Consumables. I guess toilet paper is a consumable. It's got to be brands, right? So things that you can eat or drink. Things that you can eat or drink, I want brands. That's what I'm after. Warburton's is there. Yes, Warburton's is 6th. Give me the answers. Baby oil. Johnson's baby oil. No, it's consumables. So it is things you can eat or drink. So toilet roll, forget all that. It's not toilet roll. Coca-Cola, yes. Coca-Cola is correct. Heinz, believe it or not, no. And not Cadbury's either. Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire puddings, no. Not Mr. Kipling. I'm US, so I'm out. No frills, not no frills. Walker's is right, yes, sir. Walker's is 2nd. Not Nestle. Kellogg's, no, not Kellogg's. There's... I mean, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but there's 2 other bread brands. There's 2 other bread brands and 1 other crisp brand. Not Johnson & Johnson. Not Tato. Hovis is correct, though. Hovis White, to be specific. Hovis White is the 8th most purchased item in UK supermarkets in terms of snacks, consumables, food and drink. Not Heinz, Hovis, we've got Warburton's, we've got Coca-Cola, we've got Walker's, we've got, there's still 1 more bread brand. Pringles, well done, Pringles is there, that's 3rd. Kingsmill, yeah, Kingsmill. Believe it or not, Kingsmill sold more than Warburton's and Hovis. I don't buy Kingsmill. I don't really buy bread, if I'm dead honest with you. But if I was going to buy bread, it would have been Warby's. Or maybe Hovis. It wouldn't have been Kingsmill. Is that something working class about me? I don't know. Creed says Quavers or what's it? It's not, no. You've got the only 2 crisp brands in there. You've got Walker's, you've got Pringles, you've got Coca-Cola, Kingsmill, Warburton, and Hovis White. The final 2 are drinks. Drinks. They are not food, they are drinks. Two different types, and they are number 1 and number 7 on this list, respectively. Not PG Tips, not Kit Kat, not Doritos. No, we're looking for drinks now. I thought this said an awful lot about the UK. It's not Fanta, it's not Lucozade, it's not Mars. It's not Iron Brew. Andrea, is there any player with a good potential on Notts County's team? Well, yeah, Jatta. I think Jatta's having a very good season. He's only 27, but he's doing all right. He's having a good season. Not Yazoo, not Fridge, not Schweppes. I'll level with you. You've got to be of a certain age to buy them. Not Red Bull, although you have to be of a certain age to buy that now, don't you? Not Nescafe, no. Not Monster. Again, I like the thinking. It's on energy drink lines. It's not Horlicks. No, we're looking more for night out or night in type brands. Now, prune juice. Not Carlsberg, no. I don't even know if I should be shouting out this on TikTok. We'll end up getting a ban, won't we, for promoting Beck's? No, not Beck's. It's not Grey Goose, no, but you're on the right lines now. You're on the right lines. There you go. Creed's got it. Smirnoff is number 1. Smirnoff is the number 1 most purchased item in UK supermarkets. Smirnoff. That's mental. Absolutely mental. And 1 more alcoholic beverage. Not JD. No, but again, similar lines. Shorts. Claydon, how though? I don't know. I can refer you to the study afterwards if you want, but it's there. I found the study. Bells, no, but very close. Again, that's the type of what we're talking about. It's not bells. It's a Scotch. I am partial to a Scotch, but I don't like this. It's not Teachers. No. Yeah. Crazy. Not Bacardi. No. I mean, now we're just guessing. Scotch brands. I'll tell you. It's Famous Grouse. Famous Grouse sold more last year than Hovis White. I couldn't believe that. But there you go. Smirnoff, Walkers, Pringles, Coca-Cola, Kingsmill, Warburton's, Famous Grouse and Hovis White. And that is according to IRI, the global market and shopper intelligence firm. The UK's best-selling items. In the top 20 was Jack Daniels, Bell's Whiskey, Gordon's Gin were also all in the top 20, which I think tells you a little bit about the UK at the moment. Alongside them was Cathedral, City Mature, Full Fat Cheddar, Lurpak Spreadable Butter was also in there. It's interesting to see what people are choosing to spend their money on. Clearly we have our favourites. We like salty things, we like sugary drinks, and we love alcohol. No kidding, Tim. Captain Morgan. My father-in-law likes a Captain Morgan. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. There you go. So that's the direction of travel for the UK. We are very much a nation that loves a bevy. Chateau Neuf de Pape. Olatoye, what time exactly is the goal? Who knows if it's between 0 and 10 or above 10? Why on earth would you be asking that? I'll tell you. The exact time of... Actually, I can't tell you. I can't tell you the exact time of the goal. You would have to wind back to see when, during the game, I reacted to the goal. Go back on the stream and you'll be able to find it. Because there's a timer right... No, here. There's a timer right here. So if you go back on your thing, you can scroll back and see when I reacted to it. So if it said 9:30 here, then it was before 10 minutes. Creed, to be fair, my mum get at least a big bottle of Smirnoff every week. Then the alky. Yeah, I was gonna say my father-in-law likes a bottle of Captain Morgan's. That's his thing. If I got a bottle of JD, it'd last me the year. Like, I'll work my way through it very slowly. Don't mind a little bit of Hague Blue as well. My dad don't mind a Hague Blue. Right, well, we're off for the second half. Come on, Key, get yourself going. We need to get the timer going. A little bit of a different one, that, to be fair. We had a good quiz last night. I don't know if you were in. If you were in last night, you'll have seen that we did a quiz on the top 25 youngest ever England debutants. That was our quiz at half-time last night during the England game. And, well, it wasn't at half-time because we didn't get to half-time. It was before the game, wasn't it? And people seemed to like that. People said that was a good quiz. Charlie Palmer. No, Cole Palmer wasn't in there, mate, believe it or not. Cole Palmer is not in the youngest England debutants. That was surprising to me as well. Joel Collins says, now that it's this late in the season, who would you say Arsenal's best signing and worst signing is this year? Best signing, I think, I would have to give to... Ooh... I think you'd have to say Zubimendi. I mean, I don't think Zubimendi's been that good, to be honest. I speak to Arsenal fans every single day doing this, and some Arsenal fans are like, oh, he's fantastic. So others are a bit like, he's a bit naff, he's a bit meh. But he's done okay. I'd say Zubimendi's probably been the best. The worst... I mean, I think Nkapie, I've not been blown away. Every time I've watched Nkapie, I've always thought he's a bit sus. A little bit sus. Norgard's not really played that much, has he? Luke, I don't drink much. I'm a big stoner. Hey, whatever gets you through the day, mate. I'm not here to judge. Not here to judge. Whatever gets you through the day. Claydon, the live score in the Liverpool women's game is 3-1. Gyökeres number 1. Madueke or Kepa. I mean, listen, I feel sorry for Kepa. I think he signed as a backup goalkeeper and, you know, he'll always now be remembered as the guy who kind of cost Arsenal the final. Madueke's done okay, though, hasn't he? I don't think Madueke's given... He's offered something that Arsenal didn't really have, that sort of penetration down the right-hand side. Or even on the left-hand side. They've got a bit of versatility now, because they can put him either way, can't they? Ruthless Vieira, Nkapie has been great second half of the season. Yeah, he's done okay. I'm not saying he's been, like, dreadful. I'm just saying if we have to pick our worst signing for Arsenal, then I think I'd probably be looking at Nkapie. Striding Outdoors, I'd cash in on Saka now. Really? How much would you take? How much would you take for Saka? Like, if Liverpool came in and put, like, 100 million down on the table, Saka, would you take it? Key's favourite drinks, WKD. $100 million? Wow. Bradders, you wouldn't pick Norgard, who's played about 5 games. Well, no, because how can you say that he's been a bad signing? He's not been a bad signing if he's only had 5 games to prove it. And generally speaking, when he played in those 5 games, he's done kind of everything you'd expect him to. Like, he was signed on a free, wasn't he? You can't say he's a bad signing. He's not a bad signing. In fact, he's done exactly what you expected of Christian Norgard. That's exactly what you wanted from him. It's a good summer, really. Well, listen, if they win the league, as a minimum, even if they just win the league, then I think you'd have to say it's been a good summer. County with the ball in, claim for the penalty. Oh, he's not getting it. He's not getting it. Bennett's screaming for it. Harrogate dived in. Harrogate defender dived in and he didn't get any of the ball, but the ball had already gone. The referee's not giving it. He's not giving it. Bennett's got to the byline as he puts the ball in. That's a penalty. How's that not a penalty? The fact that the ball goes over him, that has to be a pen. I'm sorry, they've massively got away with one there, Harrogate. That should be a penalty. Crazy decision from the referee. He's massively got away with one there, the young defender, Slater. He dove in on Bennett. I think Bennett has maybe trapped his foot as well between the turf and the player, because he might have gone over on his right ankle here. Does look in quite a bit of pain. He's still down. A bad tackle. It's a bad tackle. He gets into the area, gets none of the ball, gets all of the man. I can't believe he's not given that, the referee. How's he not giving this? That is baffling. If you're watching this game, please tell me how this isn't a penalty. They're going to show it back here now. Bennett gets it down the right-hand side. He squares the defender up, gets past him. There you go. None of the ball, all of the man. Totally wipes him out. And the referee says no. Cannot understand that. I'll never understand. And you can see he's rolled his right ankle, hasn't he? He's gone over on his right ankle. He's limping. I might have to get the old magic spray on that one. Luke says, I don't think anyone will come in for Saka. He'll be too expensive. Well, yeah. He'll be far, far too expensive with his wages as well, even if you forget the transfer fee. Ruthless Vieira, Norgard has been quite good. Most fans want him to play more. He's a reliable player, isn't he? Been in the Prem a long time. Steve, how's it going, Stephen? Lovely to see you. 100% a pen, says Oxford fan. It was clearly a pen. 100% a penalty, says Andy. Well, I'm glad we all agree, for a change. We all agree that's a penalty. Should have been a pen. Notts County will feel aggrieved, will feel hard done by if this doesn't end up in a 3 points for them, because Harrogate, as long as it's 1-0, they'll still fancy the chances they can turn it round. Andy says Chelsea's best signing, Estevao or Pedro. Worst is Gittins. Definitely for me, it would be Pedro's best signing, Gittins the worst. Because at 55 million, Gittins has barely got a kick. And his expectation was that he was going to come in and kind of really, kick on. Garnacho would be another one. You'd have to say Garnacho by the same logic. Because Garnacho was a lot of money and he was brought in to kind of be that left-hand side. He hasn't really done it. But Pedro, I think, has been very, very good. Would you say Isak, despite being injured, purely on the amount we paid? I think you'd have to say the fact that Isak hasn't really played this season would make him. It's difficult to say a bad signing, because I genuinely believe if you want a top centre forward, you have to pay like what we pay. 120 million, that's what we paid. That's the going rate. 120 million is what you have to pay to get what I would consider to be one of the top 5 centre forwards in Europe. If you're looking around for the top 5 centre forwards in Europe, Alexander Isak is in that list, isn't he? Unless you've got an agenda, unless you're a United fan, or you're desperately trying to create it so Isak's not in the list. If you're being impartial and balanced, Alexander Isak is 1,000,000% in the top 5 centre forwards in Europe. The fact that he's not played this season has been a big, big miss for Liverpool. Massive miss. And I think even just having him in the squad for half the season would have made us... I don't think we'd have won the league anywhere near, but we'd have been competing with City and Arsenal. We'd have been maybe 9-10 further points in. Even if we were only 5-6 further points, we'd still be ahead of United. That's kind of the difference. Just having that extra oomph up front. Because Liverpool, whenever... This is why I don't get the whole Arne Slot thing, why Liverpool fans want him out. As bad as Liverpool fans say we're being coached, whenever you look at, like, most chances created, big chances missed, it's always Liverpool right at the very top. Like, we're top 1, top 3 in both of those metrics. So if your team is creating loads and loads of chances and the players on the pitch are ultimately missing them, it can't be the manager's fault. Can't be. Stephen, are you doing the Scotland game today? I'm not, mate, no. Won't be doing the Scotland game. This is my last game of today. I'm going to be doing... I'm going out today. I'm taking the missus out for a little cheeky date. We're going out for a little day date. So, no, I'm not doing any more footy today. I'm doing the Colombia v France game tomorrow. I'm doing Germany-Ghana on Monday, and then on Tuesday we are back with... Who's Tuesday? Who's Tuesday night? England again. England-Japan on Tuesday night. Bradders, he's not in the top 10. How is Isak not in the top 10? How on earth is Isak not in the top 10? Haaland, Alvarez, Pedro, Gyökeres, Kane, Lewandowski. Lewandowski's better than Isak. Lewandowski right now at 38, 39 is better than Isak. Come on, mate. Don't be silly. João Pedro's not better than Isak. On what basis is João Pedro better than Isak? He scored 25 and 27 goals for Newcastle in his last 2 seasons. He's unbelievable. He's got like something like 60 goals in 83 games in the last 2 years for Newcastle. How is he not in the top 10? You're stretching. For me, he's top 5. H. Chapo, what has Isak done recently? Well, he's been injured, so he's not really had a chance to do much recently. When he's played, he's scored. He literally scored the winner against West Ham, scored the winner against Spurs, and broke his leg in the tackle doing the winner against Spurs. Since then, he's not played, mate. So it's difficult, really, to affect games when you're not on the pitch. If you're not fit, you're not on the pitch. Clips Market, Isak had 1 or 2 decent seasons, needs to prove himself. Well, I mean, he hasn't had 2 decent seasons. You can look back at his time at Sociedad. He was scoring for fun in Sociedad. He scored for fun pretty much wherever he's gone in the last 3 or 4 seasons. But he's got one really bad injury, a broken leg, for God's sake, and that's just knocked him. But he's still only young. He's still only like 25, 26. So I think you'd be really hard pushed to argue anybody saying that he's not in the top 5 centre forwards in Europe. Oh, Harrogate chance! Oh, nearly 1-1. Nearly 1-1. Nigel Krask, spot on key. Cheers, Nigel. How are you doing, sir? Andy, only Harry Kane is better than Isak. I would say Kane is. I'd say Haaland is. Just for sheer output and sheer numbers, you'd have to say those two 1,000,000%. After that, you'd probably say Mbappe too. And again, that's fair. That's fine. I think Isak's still proving himself. But after those 3, I look around and I think, is he better or worse than Alvarez? No, I don't think he is. I think that's probably a fair comparison. Alvarez is very good, but I'd say Isak and Alvarez. Like, even if you say Alvarez is better, all right, fine. Well, Isak's 5th then. But I think there's a reasonable conversation to be had that Isak's better than Alvarez. But even if you disagree, that's totally fine. But after that, you really are scrambling around. Then you're trying to like pull players into that equation. There's nobody else. Victor Osimhen's up there too. I mean, listen, Osimhen's goals are kind of a little bit. I don't know. You not have to apply a little bit of weight for the fact that he's playing in Turkey. Like, he's got a good goal record, but he's playing in Turkey. Have you ever, like, whenever the Turks go into Europe, they don't generally do all that well. You know, Fenerbahce got battered by Forest, by Villa. You know, Galatasaray, Liverpool put 4 past them the other day. Like, they're just not. It's not really a competitive league. Striding Outdoors says that's fair. It's a hard one. Definitely them 2 in those positions. Haaland hasn't played well in 2026, says Andy. Fair enough. Kingy, do you watch England wanting them to win or lose? Neither. No, I don't really watch England hoping that anything happens. I'm just watching the game, enjoying the game, if I'm being honest, mate. I just enjoy watching footy. So I'm watching Harrogate against Notts County now. I love watching football. I think that's fairly evident at this point. Nigel, Mo Torre and Jov Makama got them at a good price now. Probably trebled their value for Norwich. Stephen Duke McKenna coming on. 2nd top scorer for Harrogate. The Guyana international. Kingy, if England was in the World Cup final, do you want them to lose or win it? I wouldn't really, yeah. I would feel neutral. I don't know. I wouldn't feel strongly. Like, if they won, I'd be made up for my mates who really do care about that. Like, I've got mates who support Huddersfield, who support Wigan, and they do value watching England. They do see it as a big thing, and they really enjoy when England are on, and that's, like, I'd be made up for them. But as a Liverpool fan, no, I don't feel strongly about England at all. So I don't want them to lose. I just don't really care if they win. Or if they go out. If they go out of the competition, I'm just like, all right, okay. That's sad. Osimhen fell out with the Napoli boss and almost ended up at Chelsea, but it fell through. And Creed says, Nigel, Philippe Clement is my pick for manager of the season so far. Philippe Clement's done brilliantly well, hasn't he? He's done absolutely fantastic. Real Madrid says, Key, is it time to say that Slot is the problem? Vert's goal yesterday was amazing. No, not at all. No, I don't think that's anything at all to do with the manager. I think that's to do with the fact that he's playing in a team that is actually a team that has pace. that has pace in wide areas, that can stretch the opposition. He doesn't have that at Liverpool. And that's on personnel, it's not on the manager. Seth Evans, happy birthday, mate. Creed says the turnaround at Norwich has been outstanding. Absolutely. 3-2 Everton. 3-2 Liverpool Everton. Kingy, I was thinking more of the fact you're Welsh than a Liverpool fan, to be fair. I'm not Welsh. No, your accent detector's well off, Kingy. Well off there. Welsh? Don't sound anything like Welsh. Luke says, I thought it was some little island I never heard of. And I think when Salah leaves, it will unlock verts more. I just think we need pace. My mate said you was Welsh. Well, tell him he needs to get back to whatever lesson he learned how accents work and where they're from. Because no, this is not a Welsh accent. Put it this way, I wouldn't like walk it between where I'm from to Wales. It's miles away. Nowhere near Welsh. It's more St Helens accent. That's exactly what it is. It's a St Helens accent. Yeah. It's a mishmash of Scouse, Manc, and, well, Scouse and Manc. Yeah. It's a mishmash of Scouse, Manc and Wigan. Spend all your life playing football with Scousers, working in Manchester. Saying this is what St Helens sounds like, basically. Bradley says, never back the early kickoff, they say. Back to the Knots to win. How are they playing? They're playing well. I mean, Harrogate's starting to come back into it. If I'm dead honest, mate, Notts County should be 2-0 in front. They should have had a penalty about 10-15 minutes ago. You know, Bennett's got scythed down. He's got absolutely taken out by Slater, the fullback for Harrogate. And now it's 1-0. There's 25 minutes left. Harrogate have brought on Duke McKenna. They are really throwing everything at it. And it's only 1-0. They can still absolutely nick a point. And a point would be a great result for Harrogate here. But you'd be so frustrated. So frustrated if you were County and you dropped a point here. Can't wait for Salah in the future to play in the Liverpool Legends games. Are you going to be watching the Legends game later on? Luke says some people in Wales don't even sound Welsh, like Wrexham. I couldn't tell you what a Wrexham accent is, to be honest. Andy, what do you think of Roy Hodgson becoming manager of Bristol City at the age of 78? Well, it's the second time he's been manager, isn't it? He's been a Bristol City manager. It was his first ever job in England, I believe, 82 or something like that. His first ever job in England was Bristol City, and he was only manager there for about 3 months. He got sacked. And now he's going back like 40-odd years later. It's quite a nice little story, isn't it? Nigel, hearing Test Key is from the northwest. I am indeed. But hopefully not very long. Hopefully not for very long. I'm going to be moving to pastures new. Kingy, my ex was Welsh and she didn't sound Welsh unless I stuck it in her. Oh my god. Nice. A true gent. All the way back. Goalkeeper's going to come out and clear it up the pitch. Great. Still miles out of his goal. Lucky. Very, very lucky. County now pushing forward. I wonder why Duke McKenna didn't start. Has he been out injured? He's always starting for them. Sir Tom Jones sounds Welsh. That's because he is Welsh. Can't really, but apparently I get Welsh a lot because of Simon Wilson. Apparently I look like Simon Wilson. I don't know where that comes from, but he's Welsh. He is Welsh. And he's a Liverpool fan. But I don't believe I look like him. Although apparently in his latest his latest video he says, oh yeah, that TikToker who looks like me. Not sure whether to be offended or flattered. TQT, moved to Finland, great country. Can't say I've ever been to Finland, but I did like Scandinavia. I've been to Keflavik and Reykjavik. I've been to Been to Malmo, been to Copenhagen. I'd love to see more of Scandinavia. And yeah, maybe Helsinki would be a lovely place to go to. County in the area. Oh, should hit it. Out to the far post. Pulled back and cleared away by Harrogate just about. Bayern Munich want 200 million for Michael Elise. Well, listen, according to latest reports, there's a buyout clause active for Michael Elise. And if there is, for 60, 70 million quid, Liverpool will be all over it. Daddy-o, hi everyone, hi Key. First time I've been on since the Salah news. Sorry to hear it, bud. Never nice when an icon decides to move on. To be honest, I think it's very much a mutual thing. I think the club have looked at it and gone, we'd really rather not be paying this fella 400 grand a week next year. So I think it's where they've just kind of had they've had a sit down and they've gone, listen, we don't think you're worth 400 grand a week and we'd rather not be on the hook to pay you that next year. And he's gone, well, I think I am worth an absolute fortune. And if you don't want to pay it me, then you don't need to worry about selling me or whatever. I'll just go. So I think it'll be fine. I think he'll go to a Bayern or a PSG or maybe a Real Madrid. And I think we'll see Mo Salah again. Oh, county it in. Must be. Oh, Harrogate, absolute shocker. Strike. Good save from Gray. Very nearly 2-0. They're causing all their own problems here. Seth Evans, what do you rate Kiefer Moore? I like Kiefer Moore. Yeah, good player. Very tidy player. Shahid, are you doing any watch-alongs tonight, Key? No. No, I was going to, but no, I'm not going to do any watch-alongs tonight. There's not too many worth watching, to be honest. If you look at the actual footy that's on tonight, for a Saturday night, it's actually very disappointing. There's the Arsenal women, Tottenham women game at 5:30, which I was looking at. There's an international friendly between USA and Belgium. And then there is an international friendly between American Samoa and Guam. So, yeah, there you go. If you wanted a couple of international friendlies, USA, Belgium, and American Samoa v Guam, then that's on tonight. Salah to join Bodo Glimt. Go on, lad. TQT, UFC watch-along. Mix it up. I don't know if we'd get the audience for UFC. And to be honest, I don't really know anything about UFC. Sealand Key, who's going to win the World Cup, mate? I think Spain. Yeah, I think Spain. Harrogate have got a player down. And they're going to make a change. I think County are going to make a change as well. Let me just grab me water quickly. Right, Emil Aqua has come on for Jack Muldoon. Seth Evans, Key, what was the last game you went to? Ooh, what was the last game I went to? I think it was an Altrincham game. At Moss Lane, I'm sure it was. I can't remember. Who did they play? It probably would have been an Altrincham game. The last Liverpool game I went to was against Lask Linz with me dad. That was before Arne Slot was even on the scene. It was Jurgen Klopp in the season before he finished. Arne Slot was butter pipe dream at that point. Leon Love on for Matty Dennis. Arthur, why aren't you watching Arsenal? Arsenal aren't on today, mate. Only Arsenal women later on. Daddy-O, it'll be interesting where he goes. I still back Saudi to replace Ronaldo, but I hear the argument he can wait a few years. If he stays in Europe, I think maybe an Italy return for him. A slower league. Honestly, no, I think Mo Salah is 100% going to a team that he believes can help him win a Champions League and a league winners medal. So I think Bayern is a prime example. I think PSG, I think Real Madrid, maybe Inter Milan. Maybe there's AC Milan and Inter Milan are known for maybe paying big wages for players like that, and possibly they could. You know, he's got Modric at AC Milan. AC Milan could maybe use some big money on that. But yeah, no, it'd have to be someone that will be playing Champions League football and will be competing for a league title. That's who Salah will go to. He's definitely not going to Saudi or the MLS, in my opinion. Tim Zorn, who's your favourite German player? Greetings from Stuttgart. Good to see you. Lots of love to Stuttgart. I've got a Stuttgart jersey. It's not behind me. I've got a Stuttgart jersey. Who's my favourite German player of all time? Matthias Sammer. Oh, Lothar Matthäus. Lothar Matthäus was brilliant. Loved watching Lothar Matthäus. Matthias Sammer, Michael Ballack. All brilliant players. Yeah, I really liked all of them. County it in. That's a good corner. Well done. Good defending. And then my favourite current German player, I'd have to say Florian Wirtz. I really, really like watching Angelo Stiller. And it was good to see him play for Germany last night as well. But I like watching Angelo Stiller. I like watching Florian Wirtz play football. Yeah. There's a fair few, you know. To be honest, I quite like Voltemade. I think Voltemade's a very talented player. I don't think Newcastle are necessarily using him as well as they should, and I think Arsenal would have been a very decent move for him, actually. That's the type of player that Arsenal could have benefited from. Like a Havertz type, but can do... I think Havertz, if he's fit, he's a very good centre-forward for Arsenal and the way they play. Voltemade is a lot better fit than Gyökeres is, in my humble opinion. Seth, who's your favourite Wrexham player? Favourite Wrexham player? Probably, is it Doyle? Doyle's the one who scored, didn't he? The little flick against Chelsea. Probably Doyle. I thought he had a good game against Chelsea. He's been playing well this season. My fave German is Musiala. Biggs Mill, will you go into cardiac arrest when Arsenal wins the Premier League? Cardiac arrests are generally not, unless you're a doctor and you've been and had scans, you generally can't foresee them coming. It's one of the beauty of cardiac arrests. If that's how you pass, you're gone within a second. Kiefer Moore, my fave German is Musiala. We just too crazy. Who's playing? Harrogate 0, Notts County 1, 75 minutes on the clock. Gamer Guru, fresh trim key is the gap in your hair to represent the points gap between Liverpool and United. It is, yes. Yeah, that's exactly. I said just put that line in. Just put it in. Just make sure it's there, and we'll make it representative. Striding Outdoors, if they win the league, if Arsenal win the league, long way to go yet. Very true. Yeah, they can't count the chickens just yet. Not when they've got form for throwing these things away. Still a long, long way to go. That's an interesting kick-off from Harrogate. Bradley says, what's your thoughts on the title race in Scotland? It's going down to the wire, isn't it? Every time you think Hearts have got it, they kind of throw it away a little bit and let Celtic and Rangers back in. But then Celtic and Rangers, you think, they've got the experience in these title races. They'll switch it on. They just keep throwing it away themselves. So feels like nobody wants it. The last I checked, was the gap 5 points. I think it was 5 points last time I looked. Let me have a look. 3. It's 3 now. Okay. So, yeah, Hearts, 3 points ahead of Rangers, 5 ahead of Celtic it was, yeah. I still think Hearts win it. Yeah, still think Hearts will win it. Striding, hopefully we'll go to the parade if they do. Hey, enjoy, mate. And listen, I don't begrudge him winning it. Claydon, will you do a Salah-themed half-time quiz on the final game of the season? You have my word, Claydon, we will. We'll do a Salah-themed quiz. My favourite Wrexham player is Windass and Bradley. Oh, we've done that one. Yeah. I like Windass too. Not bad. Who's winning the World Cup? Spain, for me. Spain, I think, have got it in the bag. Very much in the bag. Oh, hang on. Hang on a minute. The camera's died. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be right with you. Oh. Right, here we go. I'll be back in a sec. One sec. I am with you. I am with you, I promise. Hopefully you can all still hear me. Right. Hey, there you go. Oh, I've missed a goal. I've missed a goal. I've missed a goal. We're good. But I've missed a goal. We're back. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We're back. The camera overheated. It wasn't the issue that we had last night. This time the camera overheated. What has the Harrogate keeper done there? Oh, Gray. This is the problem. He's onside. Ball gets played in. Jatta. Great finish. It's that man again. Jatta. 2-0 to Notts County. It's 2-0, Callum. Yeah, great finish. All directly from Slater. Had a bit of a shocker there, the keeper. And now Harrogate, that's going to be a foul. Yeah, free kick to Harrogate. Striding outdoors. What about quizzes on specific teams? Could be interesting. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, so you've got to be really like... I try to make quizzes that have multiple answers and that are very difficult to Google. You're never going to find a quiz that's not Googleable. And unfortunately, you can't trust everybody in the chat to just behave like an adult. Like, just like, you don't get points. Nobody thinks you're better. Nobody thinks you're more intelligent if you get loads right. But sadly, some people behave that way. Some people just are like that and will Google answers to a little fun half-time quiz and try and spoil it for everybody else. So if you Google it and you get all of the answers and you just smash all the answers in quick, it means the quiz goes dead fast and nobody else really gets the time to go, ooh, who could that be? Who would it be? Maybe it's this guy or that guy. And the wrong answers are kind of part of the fun, aren't they? So, yeah, I don't know. To me, that's just a frustrating part of doing it. 3 Star says, to be honest, Key, I am loving this international break. It's great to take time out from the rigours of the Premier League and European football for Forest. Absolutely. Yeah, nice change of pace, isn't it, as well? And we get to watch different stuff. Slater's been bad for Harrogate most of the game. Should have given away a penalty as well, shouldn't he? Portugal to win the World Cup, says Andy. And striding outdoors. Why would you Google what's the fun in that? Why do people do that? It takes all sorts to make up this wonderful world, doesn't it? That's kind of yeah, that's just how it is. And it's, again, I've no problem with people Googling it and finding the answers out. Just don't spam the chat with all the answers. And you can so obviously tell as well. You can so obviously tell. Like, because you look at 20 answers, right? You've got them in front of you, and you're like, ooh, that's an answer I would never have thought of. I'm surprised that player makes this list. And then, you're seeing someone in the chat who's put 8 guesses in, and all 8 are correct. Including the most weird and wonderful answer in the list. And you're like, well, okay, mate, yeah. It's quite obvious you've Googled Michael, how's it going, Michael? And Bradley, do you think Jatta would do a job in League One or a low-level Championship side? Yeah. I mean, he's 27. How many goals he got this year? He's done quite well, hasn't he? He's been relatively prolific for County. 2 today. Yeah, so he's got 15 goals and assists in 27 games. Last year he got 23 in 40. Since joining from Viborg in the Danish Superliga. So, yeah, I don't see why not. Dylan, what game's on now, lad? It's Harrogate against Notts County. Harrogate 0, Notts County 2. Duke McKenna just firing one over the bar for Harrogate. So close. He's had a few chances since he's come on, to be fair. Duke McKenna's kind of put it up him a little bit. He's definitely made an impact since coming on. It may be surprising that he wasn't starting today. Unless it was a fitness issue. I'm surprised that he wasn't starting. Michael says, hi, I really want Jamaica to qualify for the World Cup. And they're in the World Cup qualifying final. Yes, they beat New Caledonia, wasn't it, the other night? Swifty, League One level in my view. I can see Jatta at a team like Charlton. And Claydon, my Sean Wright Phillips guess from the other day randomly came to my mind. I wasn't expecting him to be right. To be honest, listen, it's not... I have no real issue with people doing it. It's just more if they do it every single quiz and it just spoils it for other people who are actually just trying to play and have a bit of fun. Plus, it is kind of frustrating from my point of view when you spend so long putting quizzes together. Given that we do at least one game every day, and you look at, we did 512 games last year, 512 live watch-alongs. That's like a minimum of like 300-400 quizzes you have to do. And you've got to, maybe you recycle a few of them, because people won't remember quizzes we did 6 months ago. But you've still got to put like 300-400 quizzes together. And, yeah, if someone just Googles it and flies through the answers, you're just a bit like, come on. Did you see the Wales versus the worst Bosnia? Eh? I saw Wales against Bosnia, yeah. I thought the penalty shootout was really poor. Chimey Key, what's your favourite quiz show of all time? I love Pointless. Pointless, I've never watched. But I quite like The Chase. Quite like The Chase. Do you know what I quite like? Tenable. I think Tenable's good fun. Yeah, Tenable, The Chase. Can't beat Family Fortunes, to be honest. It's not really a quiz show, but I like Family Fortunes. And it's more fun without Google, that's it. You all good, Kate? I'm good. Johnny, how are you, mate? Lovely to see you. Very, very close to full time here. Harrogate currently 2-0 down. Probably going to be rooted to the bottom of the Premier League. Bottom of the Football League before long if they keep playing like this. It's not been a great game for them. Andy, the 1% Club. Don't mind that, but I've not watched enough of it, to be honest. Do you agree with Carragher's list of Liverpool's best players, Salah being 6th? And the old 15-1 any day. Hey, 15-1, William G. Stewart. Yes. Yeah, I liked 15-1 as well. That was good. Do I agree with Carragher's list of Salah being 6th? I mean, it's difficult because in my lifetime, I find it really difficult to talk about like Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush. These were before my time. John Barnes, again, his peak was before my time. I saw John Barnes and I saw Ian Rush play for Liverpool, but they were both like well past it. That wasn't John Barnes and Ian Rush at the time I started watching Liverpool. So yeah, I find it really, in my lifetime, Salah would be top 3. Top 4. Top 3, top 4. Yeah. Top 3. No, it'd be no, I'd have to put him 3rd. I'd put him 3rd. I'd have him 4th. No, it'd be 4th. I can't put him ahead of Gerrard, Van Dijk or Suarez. I'm sorry. Gerrard, Van Dijk and Suarez are the top 3 for me. And then it's Salah. And then it's Alisson. And that's just in my lifetime. Bradley, are you tuning into the Scotland game at 5? No. I'm going to be watching the Liverpool Legends game at 3. And I might watch maybe the Belgium-USA game friendly tonight if I'm not doing anything. Our survey says British one, not American one. Michael, do you think Norway can get out the group stages this year? Yes, I do. I think so. County making another couple of changes. Gamer Guru got a feel for Ben White last night. Come on to boos, scores, and then gives a penalty away. Even though Uruguay should have had 2 sent off the slimy gits. He didn't do that well last night, Ben White, to be honest. Sandy Toxvig ruined the reboot of 15-1. She wanted every contestant's life story. No Alonso in the top 5. No. Xabi Alonso, for me, had just as many average seasons at Liverpool as he did world-class ones. People forget with Xabi Alonso, he had like an unbelievable first 18 months and an unbelievable final season. But there was a little spell in between that where he was so bang average. Like he was playing like Alexis McAllister's playing now. And that's why Rafa Benitez wanted to move him on and get Gareth Barry in. That's why there was that whole kerfuffle, because he was playing terribly. And as soon as we were very close to actually getting him out of the club, he booked his ideas up. We missed out on Gareth Barry, and Barry went to City, won league titles, and unfortunately, Xabi Alonso got his form back and buggered off. I think Firmino is one of the best players you had, underrated player. Yeah, Bobby Firmino is the closest thing I've seen to Dennis Bergkamp in the Premier League. I'm not saying he was as good as, but if we're talking about that type of player, do you know what I mean? Someone who kind of false nine, knits it together, second striker. Firmino, Bergkamp, they're the 2 for me. Berbatov probably not far behind. Are you going to be supporting England in the World Cup? No. Xabi Alonso was never bang average in my opinion. He was a magic player. I'm telling you, for 18 months at Liverpool, he was like, there was times where I watched him and thought, how are you the same player? How? You're so off it. He didn't even include Suarez, Mane or Kaut. Here's County. They're in for it. They've got 1-on-1 here. Big chance. In the area. He's fluffed it. It's gone out for a corner. Do you think Tonali will go to United or back to Italy? Probably. I think he stays at Newcastle. He'd have to take a big offer to get him out of Newcastle. DN, you're English though, no? Or are you not interested in international football? I am interested in international football. I'm just not. I don't really consider myself an England fan. I don't really. Yeah, I'm not that invested in England winning. I get why people do though. Who are you supporting in the World Cup? Nobody. I'm just watching the football. I'm just enjoying the football. That's it. I don't care who wins it. I'm just enjoying watching the footy. Luke says Coutinho was good for you guys. Coutinho, for me, at his peak, was better than Salah's peak. I loved watching Coutinho. He made the games fun. Dalglish, Gerrard, Salah, Souness, Van Dijk, Hansen, Rush, Barnes, Hunt and Callaghan. Hey, if that's yours, I get it. That's fine. Roger Hunt, Callaghan, St John. You know, Emily News, lots of people talk about, Ron Yates and players like that. You can go back far enough and list lots of fantastic Liverpool players. Phil Neal. Phil Neal's not even in that top 10. Phil Neal's the most successful most successful English player of all time, I think, before Ryan Giggs. In fact, I think he's still even ahead of Ryan Giggs, wasn't he? Wasn't he the most successful English player of all time, Phil Neal? DN, considering Newcastle have 6 players in this squad, I like to watch it, not as much as friendlies. Daddy-O says, rumour is Tonali wants an Italy return, but his wages will block that, so if he moves, it'll be a Prem move. He could drop his wages. Afternoon, Key. Good to see you, King Sloth. How's it going, lad? We've got 3 minutes left here at the Exercise Stadium. Harrogate 0, Notts County 2. It's going to be a free kick to County just outside the area. Striding outdoors, didn't Liverpool win quite a lot? Mid to late 90s? No, not at all. I'm sure that's got to be a dig, hasn't it? Striding out. You don't strike me as the type to throw a dig, but that is surely a dig. Oh, 1900s. Sorry. I thought you said 1990s. 1900s. I don't know. Mid to late 1900s. Are we talking about pre-war here? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Most of Liverpool's success was kind of like 50s, 60s onwards. Yeah, from like the 60s onwards was kind of when Shankly came in. That was kind of our main, we had Jack Barmer. Yeah, 60s to 90s, yeah. From the 60s to the 90s, that was our era. Liverpool were maybe between maybe 75 to about 90, that 15-year period. I think it's probably reasonable to say Liverpool were the best team in the world. For 15 years, Liverpool were the best team in the world. DN says, wouldn't be too bothered if Tonali went, not being that good this season. Miley's got more potential. Won't go that far. Daddy-O says, don't be silly, he needs the extra as gambling money. Michael Brown, Key, what's your take on former Liverpool manager Roy Hodgson making a comeback at 78 in the Championship with Bristol City? Good to see him back at Bristol City. That was his first job in English football, wasn't it? He managed Bristol City back in the 80s for about 3 months before he got sacked. Good luck to him. King Sloth, all good, mate. I'd prefer Tonali over Bruno from Newcastle. I think Tonali might be the cheaper option as well. I wouldn't be so confident on that. I think Tonali's a better player than Bruno. If I could pick one midfielder from Newcastle, it'd be Tonali over Bruno. Bruno's maybe got a bit more of an eye, a bit more creative. I think you'd probably want Bruno as a replacement for Bruno Fernandes. But Tonali, as Casemiro's going, you want legs, you want energy in that midfield. Tonali's that fella. DN, well, considering every time Miley's played, he's been better than him. I don't think so, mate. Tonali's unbelievable. He's not world class, like exceptional, but I'm not sure I'd pay like 100 million for him or something like that. But that might be what it takes to get him out of Newcastle. Lewis Miley's a talented young player, but he's also made mistakes. Bruno G is better than Tonali. Fair enough. I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. But hey, to each their own, mate. To each their own. Tonali really isn't good. Passing percentage is horrible viewing. I think it's more he's off the ball. His work rate is kind of like the foot-in stuff. And, as he did in the game against Northern Ireland the other day, like arriving late and getting on the end of things. He's that sort of a player. Defensively, I think he's much more solid than Bruno. Bruno tends to give the ball away a lot more. Again, I don't know what the numbers are on it, but I'd say over the last couple of seasons, Tonali plays it safe more than Bruno and will drive forward. Maybe Tonali is more likely to get tackled in possession. Bruno is more likely to give the ball away cheaply. Harrogate 0, Notts County 2. It's full time here at the Exercise Stadium. Notts County move up to 3rd. Big win that for County. Chimey, I still want Hulman at United. What, the manager or the player? King Sloth, I agree. He's the better midfielder. He's more defensive, and that's why what we need. Plus, Bruno's Newcastle captain, isn't he? So that's why I think it'll cost more. And Daddio, I feel like mentally Bruno G is more of a leader, and having that influence around could be a good thing. Definitely need leaders at United. Newcastle would be even lower in the league if it wasn't for Bruno G. Bruno is a risk taker, Tonali isn't. Well, hey, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Right. Well, listen. Thank you, everyone who's watched along today. Harrogate 0, Notts County 2. We will be back tomorrow night for Colombia against France. Luis Diaz against Kylian Mbappe. And we'll see if Felice and Ekatike can hook up, link up again. See if they can get their partnership ready for this summer when Elise moves to Liverpool. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll watch France against Colombia tonight. If you want to join, we'll be watching that. It's in Maryland, actually. It's in the US. It's the first pre-tournament friendly of like two big sides who have qualified for the tournament. I think they're testing the infrastructure and getting fans over there and stuff, starting to do a few warm-up friendlies. Have you seen that, by the way, as well? I thought that was interesting. They've trebled the cost of transport all around the stadiums. They've like the average cost of like the metros have gone from like $20 for an all-day pass to $75 for an all-day pass. Something like that. They've done something stupid to just try nearly quadruple the prices. Crazy. Andy Elise saying Gusto might link up ready for Chelsea. And we also always seem to win when you cover us, Key. Hey, and I very nearly did County the other day as well. Striding outdoors, enjoy your evening with the family. Cheers, mate. Take it easy. Have a lovely day, and I will see you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely night. Ta-ra. Whatever you're doing.